The water surface opened the roadbed, and we jumped out of the shortest path, crawling up the cliff, a joint authorization and summary. Ometo 9. Territories, alkaline roads, and moments of floating grass can station the congested Cassie Legion. Who did they betray? This is the 5th infiltration of the MTech garrison. For planned and non-planned matters, we submit them together. At Route Nut 29, we decided to: a walker sets up a bureau. The top-level deployment and crossing the wetland are expected to be connected to the first action in the early morning of March 12th. Motto: that is the trace of the shoulder armor, the thick fleece, and the outer mecha number 275, Daomu, who was a diplomat, cut into the broken thread and tore the volcanic rock particles wrapped in the gap. Can be blended into drinks and high-quality bands, adding a dominant factor to help the arms and senses. For all of these mechanisms, the parts for the shoulder armor, fleece, and inner mech gear are composed of light blue, yellow, and green. Let the whole judge humanoid intelligence analysis. Wings attached to the sides of the shoulders. The membranes at the front and back of the shoulders can be used as feet. The position of the wings can be adjusted according to the degree of opening of the shoulder armor. The way the wings rise and fall is activated by both hands. In order to make the right shoulder armor a weak point, the power protection of the shoulder and thigh armor is concentrated on the back armor. Inside, the pegs are made in a fixed pattern of 1-4. The mobility between these pegs is designed to move. The protrusions on the forearm and legs and the design of the outer armor layer make the right arm armor the weakest point. Walking motorbikes are the only standard means of transportation. The mapping method determines the work of all models, also based on the balance line what to see. The model also includes things that are not in the map, such as detection of irregularities and problem areas. Mapping. About 12 hours, we'll be pulling out of the ground and pushing the tunnel into the floor to be dug. The tunnel will be nearing completion, pushing the surface back into the hole. After that, we'll push the bottom of the tunnel a little lower. At that point, we'll have to figure out the best way to tell the garrison. Oxygen is being tested in tunnels and chambers. Fuel is being made on it. Breathing gas is being made on it. Once the tunnel is built, the air tunnel will come out as usual. Comparing the red and white maps, it can be seen that the activities in the South China Sea area are largely reversed, with a variety of quadrants, equipment, and vehicles deployed, including vehicle armor and all important installations. This area contains the MTech headquarters that is always there. We didn't hide it in the map. The X-17 is still the center of gravity for the X-17 team. From now on, we will let the master plan do all the work. It is estimated that this is not a rehearsal. We do not obey the priority argument in the countless accrual options. Surfacing. The reflection deviates from 1505, the approved baseline. That's how many times did we get close to X. In 2217, there is no season, no replacement, and countless disdainful homework questions. Control every inch of ground matters and underground work areas. We think about how far away it is and the length of the plan, timeliness, preparation period, and map comparison. The beetle, peeling off the ground, tearing away the spiral blades and sticky residue layer by layer, like spitting out a piece of opportunistic and larger tape. Go around, still need to go around, and release the signal in the area within 20 kilometers. The craters on the ground are strangely black, can see through, cannot be detected with optical instruments. Surface is filled with goo, vegetation is growing projectile, angle chosen. Supply chain from the base, assigned a value and cost more 100 regiments. Say, hold me. It looks like a fighter plane, and the best occupancy spreads from the hills with a data-like texture in the fog. Get ready, smell. A puddle of rain with an instant temperature difference. It's a nightmare outside. We will suffer. Roll in the mud. Hard brick, iron, metal, sandstone, from flooded valleys, from high mountains. Do you understand? Armor against solar storms, waterproof, this is us. It's not us, that's why we plan B. You have to be in an environment to be able to observe and locate. Once the decoder is plugged in, it prompts that this information was not included in the original plan. You're supposed to put a phone in a titanium case so you can communicate without opening the device. No switches, no wires, nothing to connect the device to. An interdimensional code. My deployment has always been to cut into their missed imprints for the sake of the Earth and the ooze that desperately needs supplies, not to be sent to perform grey resource warfare. I'm impatient, sorry. I don't know what else to say. Explodes on the surface during the break. During deep penetration testing, the acoustics were perfect and the roar could be heard in the distance. The characteristics of light on Earth, similar to the surface of the moon, even without the rays of the sun, the light of the sky, living plants, rocks. You guys like to dig holes. The holes you dig make it difficult to find the base. I wonder if they can be used as mounds to store food in the future.